Good evening. My name is Brightops, and welcome back to Darkest Dungeon and the Dewpoint Isle Estate. Now, as I'm sure you remember from last time, we had a trip into the ruins. And we were rather successful, all things considered. Though I will admit that our party has had to rest and relax in order to recover from the ordeal. I've also taken the time to, since our last recording, to actually go through our characters and upgrade not only their armor, but also their base weapons and their abilities as well. So they are, honestly, pretty much as long as, for those curious, just those who, pretty much this is any character who does not have a 0 next to their resolve, has had a bit of an upgrade. Because, alas, in order to actually get the upgrades, you do have to have at least one level. We also have a little event going into this that gives us a bonus for going into the ruins again. In this case, we have two missions for this. We have another cleansing 3 corrupted altars that offers a fair amount of deeds, which would be great. But we also have a target of opportunity, in that a second boss has presented itself. In this case, the Sonorous Prophet. In return for this, we not only get a decent amount of gold and some crests and busts, which we are currently low on pretty much everything at the moment because I had to trade stuff in order to actually purchase some upgrades for the town, but we also get the Berserk Mask, which is a leper-only item. Tragically, we do not have a Berserker, we do not have a leper, by mistake, a leper just yet. But, well, a bit of... You know what? The way I plan to do this, we're gonna go investigate we're gonna purify the altars, simply because by doing so, we not only get some deeds and some cash, also get the Silence in the Crypts event again. So this will be an excellent opportunity for some of our less than leveled up people to have a chance to earn a bit of their wings a little bit, to gain a bit of help. Let's see, as for the last spot, I guess it's gonna have to be Cyclone the Second. Ah yes, and because we're bringing the Hound Master, he will also bring dog treats, which basically boost his abilities a bit, but depending on the situation, can also actually be used to interact with certain things in the environment. Though not in the ruins in particular. That's more stuff like in the cove. Let's see what to bring. Medicinal herbs, we'll bring some keys and some holy water. Okay. I do fully intend to chuck the dog treats out as soon as possible, and I completely forgot that we weren't doing the boss fight, so bringing stuff that's good at dealing with horror, probably not the greatest thing, but honestly, there's no harm in bringing it, really. All it needs is if we run into a prophet or something.
Can the defiled be consecrated? Can the fallen find rest?
If we happen to run into a...
Even the cold stone seems bent on preventing passage.
Let's see, if we run into...
laden with loot. are
a
often low on supplies.
madman or something, then we'll deal with it, which would be very much appreciated. Now I will admit that the Houndmaster isn't the greatest hero to bring into the ruins, since several of his abilities cause... Oh. Let's see, how do we do this? Ah, yes. Sorry, just a little trick that I was told recently that... Basically, it's how using a torch. It just saves us a lot of time and effort. Okay, we've got a bit of scouting ahead. Decorative urn. Let's...
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
Alright, let's see, what can we get rid of for a bit of... Alright, I don't like it, but alright. But yes, as I was saying before, the Houndmaster's abilities, his attacks tend to cause bleed. Which, as you can imagine, against skeletons and the like, isn't the greatest thing ever. However, against our brigands here, it's actually rather effective. Let's see, you're gonna die, so I don't have to worry about you. Let's see if we can cut you down a bit, though.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
See, you're not dead yet. You will be, so you'll be dead.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Kind of wish he would stop shanking serious, but... Well...
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Well, we all want a little bit of something, don't we? Let's see, what can I get rid of for a bust? Because actually having items would be good. I'm gonna take a gamble on this one. Hang on, just...
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
We're gonna be just getting rid of a couple of our... Ah, yes, and this can happen sometimes while you're... when you're backtracking, is certain events can pop up. In this case, a battle decided to present itself.
Another abomination, cleansed from our lands.
Annoying, but it's nothing we can do about that. Though we can prevent him from splashing his Lord only knows what. And while we cannot cause bleed to the skeleton army,
Their formation is broken.
we can still
Maintain the
cause some
offensive.
blunt damage. Let's see.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Max HP, 1 less speed. I'm okay with giving him a bit more health in exchange for being a bit slower. Though I'm really wishing that we would find one of the damn altars soon, because letting go of that money, that hurt. That hurt a fair bit. Because remember, children, money makes the world go round. It's what buys us upgrades and allows us to do a lot of our more interesting. Well, it basically helps our people not die. And we found a map, which is good. Okay. Wow, we just did an incredible amount of scouting in a very little amount of time. Wonderful. Huh. So just to fill you in of what just happened here, our highwayman here, who I admittingly have not given a name yet, he had heglomania. He was effectively obsessed with sainthood. And because of that, when he saw an abandoned confessional booth, he decided to use it. No items or anything. It's actually worked in his favor since it's gotten rid of it. He is no longer obsessed with... He is no longer obsessed with becoming a saint.
A handsome reward for a task well performed.
Let's see. Blood-soaked pages torn from a journal. 4 of 6. They were sleeping. I am kept from slumber by a distinct stream of whispers, as if carried by the currents and waves of the sea. I have not told them that most of my flesh has sloughed off, revealing a strange silvery membrane. I keep myself covered. They questioned me when I ate the meat raw at campfall, and found my response difficult to understand. I suppose it would be best to explain my condition when they awaken. Then they would be convinced of my urgency to leave and find aid in the hamlet.
Terrors may indeed stalk these shadows, but yonder, a glint of gold.
Let's see, we also found another journal entry. Blackest of Fates. This is a new series. I now find myself back in the Warrens, among the remains of my companions. My wounds are too severe to allow the completion of my task. Thus the desecration must resume another time. Curious, there was a ring in my pocket. Where it came from I cannot begin to guess, though it bears the signal of the estate's ancestral owner. Very curious. Sadly, we do not yet have room for this. Or the money that was about to be offered. You might be wondering why I've let the torch run low. It's because I fully intend to, once, now that we're in here, once we've cleansed this, I intend to make camp.
Unnerved, unbalanced.
And making camp will boost our torches to max.
As the fiend falls,
There goes the acolyte.
a faint hope blossoms.
The Bone Soldier will die on his next turn, which is great. Sadly, the stun didn't go off there, but such is life.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
Damn. Second one dead, which is good. He's stunned, so he's going to be standing there and going to die horribly as soon as we can hit him.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles. A moment of respite. A chance to steel oneself against the coming horrors.
Now this is a trick that I was taught recently by a friend. So we are able to, if nothing else, gain a bit more room. Sadly, we're not going to be able to get the gold this time, but, well, well, we do what we can. Let's see, what have we got? What have we got? Fortunately, none of our abilities prevent ambush at night, though Therapy Dog. Because we have a puppy here, everyone's stress goes down. It is great. And I guess we'll also deal with a bit of healing, remove that bleed. Let's see, how many more points have we got? We have 7, we might as well... let's see what else we can do. Self-only, which is good. You know what? Bit of weapons practice, just so that everyone is can do a bit more damage. It's a bit better chance at crits. And you know what? We'll also do a bit of healing. Just heal him a little bit, since we don't really have a proper healer this time around. Which is a shame, but oh well.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
And because we just camped, our torch is automatically at 100%. So we're going fairly well, actually. We don't have to worry. We've got to
A fortune, waiting to be spent.
empty our bags a little bit. Rather than the journal, we're going to be bringing some gold with us, because I'm tired of losing out on rewards for our hard work. Because I spent a fair bit of cash on upgrading people's abilities and their means of upgrading their equipment. I would like to get some of that back.
Grievous injury, palpable fear.
Ah yes, another ability is he can debuff enemies as well, which is fantastic.
Another one falls. Decimated.
Ooh, that was a nice one. Good job, Cyclone the Second.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
And oh look, beasties. Particularly giant spiders. Because everyone loves giant spiders. was hoping you would die. Ah, the doggo doesn't get to play with the spiders. Because we all know how much dogs love spiders. Or just anything small and furry. I kind of wish they would stop dodging everything. That would be good.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
Okay, let's see what we got. You know what? We're gonna do it. Just push on this way, because yes, we know that there's no quest objective this direction. There's no harm in trying to see what rewards are there waiting for us. Because we're in good condition. We know where we're going.
Executed with impunity.
And we can wreck people like no one's business at times. Ah yes, it should be noted that the Houndmaster...
Begone, fiend!
His abilities tend to favor hunting down beasties like the maggot here. Which makes the fact that he was stunned a moment ago kind of annoying. In fact, the fact he keeps getting stunned in battle
Push on
is...
to the task's end.
Well, at least this time he didn't get... He's gonna be able to get an attack off.
Back to the pit.
One spider down. I would like there to be 2 dead spiders, but they keep dodging. Stop it! It's getting annoying! I'll do a bit of healing, just not only get some healing up, but also to lower his stress a little bit to a more acceptable level.
A death by inches.
Let's see. Do a little bit of a boost there.
Time to perform beyond one's limits. Ghoulish horrors, brought low and driven into the mud.
Actually, this might... Sniper's Ring. This might be worth giving to Cyclone at the moment. I'll probably remove it from him later on, depending on what missions happen so far, but it benefits him because he's in position number 4. It slows him down a little bit, but he's now a lot more accurate, so he's more likely to actually hit the damn target. And also crit against it. Ah. Here we go again. Alright, we're gonna take a gamble once more, just to see if we can get away.
Curious is the trap-maker's art, his efficacy unwitnessed by his own eyes.
See if we can get away with trying to, not without needing to use holy water again this run. I will admit, not bringing a proper healer with us this time maybe not the greatest idea, but honestly, it seems to be working out alright.
A devastating blow.
And already being accurate and having an increased crit chance is paying off. Because she's gone now, and the world is glad to be rid of her. Let's see.
This expedition at least promises success.
Ah. This... To be fair, it's a good item to have. It's an incredibly good item. But... Let's see, Curio, Battle... Oh yeah, why didn't I check this before? We don't need another shovel. We're gonna be fine. Because we don't have any more obstructions in the way. Because an obstruction is a different color than the normal curios and all that.
As life ebbs,
Oh.
terrible vistas of emptiness reveal themselves.
Ooh, he has gained a virtue, which is nice. Damn. We just have to hope that... Well, Cyclone doesn't get attacked directly anytime soon. Which might sound like hopeful thinking, but considering what we're currently up against, it's not the most ridiculous thing we've ever... It's not the worst odds. And while we might not be able to bleed, we can still cause some damage. Because the good boy has a bow
As
now.
victories mount, so too will resistance.
Alright, I'm gonna get rid of this thing, if only because I can't give it to anyone to carry. And as good an item as it is, we don't actually have a leper. And the fact that we've got a pretty full heroes roster implies that we're not going to get one anytime soon. Or we might not get one anytime soon. So... So we're going to leave it be for now. As for why we're not going this way, to the right immediately, well, there is one item this way, so... Okay. If the bag was empty, which, I'll admit, not the greatest, but... It's better than a poke in the eye with a stick. Which, to my knowledge, cannot actually happen if you open a... It cannot happen if you open a sack. Let's see. Last altar, so it has been purified. But we're gonna keep going a little bit because... Oh, come on, you just ate!
To fall for such a little thing. A bite of bread.
So just so everyone's on the same page, we've won, effectively. We can leave at any time. Quest done, everyone goes home a hero, but...
Injury and despondence set the stage for heroism.
Right now, I'm
Or
just in the
cowardice.
mood for trying this one last push. If for no other reason than...
The blood quickens.
Oh, we actually... Because of that, everyone gains a damage buff. Yay! Alright. You die. You are also dead. Now we just have you left, you little cup-wielding bugger. And he's gone.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Let's see, we'll open this up.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles. Paid for in blood.
Alright, we got everything that I wanted to get.
Beacons in the darkness. Stars in the emptiness of the void.
So we've got a decent paycheck for that, but more importantly we've collected a number of heirlooms that will be of use in the coming days. And we've leveled up some of our lower level people, so let's see. Serious armor gains Lazy Eye, which isn't the worst that he could have, simply because he's largely a melee fighter. So that one really doesn't affect us. I'm happy to have it. Our Armor Tinker is a good one. That will be useful because since he's leveled up, I can now actually afford to upgrade his equipment. Ooh, Unyielding's a great ability to have. Having that resistance to death blow is just mwah. And Skilled Gambler, increased chances of winning while gambling. Eh. Nice.
The shuffling dead are silenced. We have claimed dominion over the ruins once more.
And because we cleansed our altars once again, we now have the same event going in, which will give us a great thing going forward when we actually go against that boss. Wunderbar. But yes, let's see what's happened since we were gone. Let's see, Sinister Sever has returned from their search for holy meaning, so they're back. She's back. Ritzbuns is no longer affected by the Black Plague. Yay. Lauder has meditated and recovered from their stress and is no longer hopeless. Valentine Miken observed unsavory activities and refused to take part in organized prayer again. New quirk, Witness. So Valentine will not be praying ever again, though she did lose some stress and is no longer paranoid. Corin Brand II has had a night in the town and has recovered some stress, and Emily has basically won the jackpot while at the brothel and is now completely calm. Wonderful. But yes, just so... Ah yes, we're going to need some more deeds in order to take advantage of that, but just so that people can see it, we're going to just quickly do... Actually, didn't... Ah yes, I wasn't able to do Sinister because Sinister was away. Let's see, who else is missing? Ah yes, I can't do Lauder because he's still level 0. Because he never actually finished his quest. The one we sent him on. He survived, which is more than can be said for his companions, but yeah, not the greatest. And just to have a look to see who might be joining us. No, we're still going to need more deeds, which is annoying, but though we can upgrade. You know what? I'm going to upgrade the cloister a bit because we've got a few people who aren't big on prayer.
A man in a robe, claiming communion with the divine. Madness.
And my logic is if we can have open a second slot, it would be a very advantageous to us in the future. But right now, you can go pray. And who else? Yeah, Cyclone can go have a bit of time to, and why not? We'll throw in him. We'll throw in him as well, just so that way we don't have anyone who's got stuff that's just a bit too. Ah, yes. And we'll also have Ritz or go and have some fun, as it were, because right now she's not exactly at halfway stress, but I'd rather not send her out again. Not anytime soon, anyway. But yes, that, I believe, will be it for now. Until then, my name is Brytops, and I look forward to hearing from you.